We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
Hello there, Wargamers, and welcome to another Age of Sigmar Battle Report. Today, Josh and myself are going to be playing a 2,000 point game, Blades of Khorne. I'm bringing them out again. The burnout is mostly alleviated. I just played them like in a campaign, and then during the quarantine, I played as them and against them a bunch. I pretty much just played like constant Blades of Khorne, and I'm sure you guys are tired of them as well. So I decided I'll bring them back out, and Josh is going to be playing the Beastclaw Raiders. Now, is this the first time you've played them since the book? Or since you've been back in Age of Sigmar?
No, I think I played maybe twice, but I haven't played them in a little bit. I think, I played one game of them getting back in Age of Sigmar, the first game against Matthew, and I may have played Mixed Army one other time.
Right, well, I remember, we used to play them a lot back in the day, back when Age of Sigmar, I don't even think 2nd edition was really out. And that's like where I mostly played against them, and they were always super, they kind of fell out of favor over time. And then the new Ogor Mawtribes book came out, and I got crushed by them hard in one game. And that was the...
Who played them?
Oh, it was...
one of the guests, I assume?
It was one of the guests,
Okay, yeah.
Yes. It was one of the guests. And I got beat so bad by them that I just never played against them again. And I was pretty thankful for that. And now I'm a little nervous to play against them again, but we'll see what I can do. My Blades of Khorne list is one I've run in the past. I'm a little familiar with it, but I'm a little rusty. So bear with me here as I get back into the Blades of Khorne and as we throw down this 2,000 point game. And oh yes, I cut my hair, but the pink is still there because it went deep. It went very deep. That's my beard's so short too because I had to get rid of all the pink. So if you're curious about that, I guess it's kind of self-explanatory. I always plan on getting rid of it. And will it go back to a different color? Probably not. But you never know what the future holds. I have no ambitious plans for ambitious hair in the future.
Why don't you just buzz it all off?
Just because I've never liked buzzing my hair off. Not even, I hated it as a kid, I hate it now. And my hair's typically usually this length, but the beard, I feel like I got a baby face right now. Used to what I had. It was quite, not as long as Josh is, but it's the longest I've had it ever. So, kind of feels weird having it this short again. Here is my hybrid Blades of Khorne list for today's game. And by hybrid, I mean it's got a mix of demons and mortals. I typically only run mortals. I don't like all demon builds, but if I do feel like running with demons in the main list, I will do something like this, like Bloodletters and a Wrath of Khorne, or sorry, a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. And I'm starting to like Fleshhounds a little bit more as a cheap, quick battle line unit as opposed to Reavers or other things, because they're around the same... are they 100 each? I can't remember. I think they're about 100 points each. They're faster. They have a little bit more wounds. They're faster than them. They're not as durable. I just like them. I like the speed that they provide to the army. So I'll see how I'll keep playing with them a little bit and try them out a wee bit more, as opposed to Reavers who just kind of fall over and die super easy. At least they have like a better save and and work independently a little bit better than Reavers do, as opposed to Reavers needing a lot of buffs. Now, on to the bulk of the list here. As you can see, I got the Wrath of Khorne, the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. He is the main focus of the list in a way. I got a lot of aspects here that can buff him up and make him a little bit better. And I will be running the Reapers of Vengeance because of the command, the artifact and the command trait aren't bad, but they're not going to be relevant in this game. Now, the general for this game will be the Bloodsecrator. He's going to have the command trait from the Reapers of Vengeance and the artifact from the Reapers of Vengeance, which is Mage Eater for the command trait and the Skull Shard Mantle. They both interact with endless spells and unbinding and dispelling. Josh doesn't have a single wizard in his list, so those are both wasted. As will the ability of the Reapers of Vengeance, which causes more enemy models to flee when they fail battle shock checks. The only thing I'm really going to be able to bring it for is the command trait that lets a demon unit immediately fight again after it fights for the first time. So that's the idea of like the Bloodletters and the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage right over there. That'll still be useful. The rest of the stuff was always kind of gravy. I always typically prefer to play that just for that command trait there, and I'm sure a lot of people agree. Because I'm bringing a battalion, which is going to be these units over here, Bloodforged, the idea of the list was I was going to bring 2 units of Wrathmongers anyway, and I wanted to see if I could snake an extra artifact of power onto the Bloodthirster, improve his axe, or maybe make himself a little bit better. So I decided to make these guys into a battalion. That required me to include Blood Warriors and the Skull Grinder. So not that much more, that plus the battalion, and I wanted the extra command point as well. So what this battalion does is, once these Wrathmongers go to fight, they get to immediately fight again if they're wholly within range of the Skull Grinder, which I believe is 8 because Khorne, and they're still within 3 inches of an enemy, they just get to pile in and fight again. And that's not a bad battalion, I don't mind it. It does makes them a little bit more useful. Though I'm going to be a little cautious with them at the same time because I'm bringing them mostly for their aura of +1 attack, which scales well with the Bloodsecrator's aura +1 attack, which will help out the Bloodletters a lot and the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. Now, the extra artifact of power that I'm giving him is for demons. It's a weapon. It's the Harvester of Skulls. So his axe there is going to be the Harvester of Skulls. What that does is it also gives him an extra attack. Now, this is the Bloodthirster that when it rolls 6 unmodified 6s to wound, it does exploding mortal wounds to all enemies nearby. Again, not going to be that useful against Josh's list because he's very, very elite and probably going to be spread out, but we'll see how the game goes. That might be clutch. It could come in pretty big. And failing that, it still has really high rend, D6 damage a swing. Still be pretty good. Or at least here's hoping. Now, for the rest of my list, for the battle line, I got the Blood Warriors as one, and I have a squad of... I also wanted to try out a giant squad of Marauders with Blades of Khorne to see how it works. Kind of like buff them up and shoot them out there. But honestly, I think the Slaves of Darkness is going to do it better than Blades of Khorne can. Let me know any thoughts you have on these guys down below, please, by all means. I would love to hear your opinion on them and what you typically like to run with Blades of Khorne these days in this new Age of Sigmar. Well, new age, not like it's a new edition, but you know, Age of Sigmar is constantly progressing and you know, the style of play is always changing. We have 30 Bloodletters over here. The idea is to buff them up, of course, with any means I can. And these guys can hit pretty hard while they have some support, but on their own, they're kind of a little lackluster, a little overcosted. But I've had some success with them in the past when they have, you know, +1 to hit, +2 attacks, technically +2 to hit because of their unit size and with the prayers on the Slaughter Priest and all that good stuff. The last thing I want to talk about is the prayers on the Slaughter Priest. I'm gonna go Killing Frenzy, the one on the left, and the one on the right, that's kind of a toss-up. I might do, I usually go Bronzed Flesh, but I don't really have a unit I want to immediately target with that. I'm gonna go Bronzed Flesh anyways, just because the Blood Sacrifice, I don't have a unit I want to target with. I know, I'll go Blood Sacrifice. I'm sure there's something. They can at least Blood Sacrifice themselves, and it'll be clutch to get a couple of extra Blood Tithe points to summon more stuff to the field. So it's gonna be Killing Frenzy on the left, Blood Sacrifice on the right. And that should be about it for my army. Let's go take a look at the Beastclaw Raiders. Well, Ogre Mawtribes, but you guys know what I mean.
This is my 1990 points.
Same.
Of the Boulderhead tribe. Okay, cool. I'm going to try to remember tribes because I never remember them.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, Boulderhead tribe. Leading it, I got a Frost Lord on Stonehorn up front on the orange one. He has the following little upgrades on him. Lord of Beasts, Brand of the Svard, and Old Granite Tooth for his mount trait. The Frost Lord on Stonehorn. The other guy that's not in charge, but he still looks cool. Mount trait on him is Black Clatterhorn. And then there is a Huskard on Stonehorn there with the Metal Cruncher mount trait. For my battle line / behemoths, I've got 2 Stonehorn Beast Rider units and a Thundertusk Beast Rider unit.
That's all these dudes over here.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all.
So we got 3 heroes, 3 battle line. They don't count, you know, they've clarified that things like behemoths and battle line, they lose like the behemoth battlefield role. You don't have to worry about the limitations there. Your whole army is just 6 models that are going to charge into my lines and crush me. But I hope not too badly as we go into the game. Today, Josh and I will be playing the Shifting Objectives Battle Plan out of General's Handbook 2020. With this scenario, we have 3 objectives. If you cut the table into thirds, we are going to have an objective right in the middle of every third of the table. And our territories are actually kind of small in this one. They cut off a little bit on the sides, as you can see, and we only have, well, we're going to be 24 inches apart in this mission. Now, what you do is at the beginning of every battle round, you're going to roll a D3 and number the objectives. And whichever number you roll on that D3 will be the primary objective. That will be worth 2 victory points to whoever scores it. The other ones are going to be worth 1. And you score as normal at the end of your player turn. Whoever has the most victory points at the end of the 5th battle round will win the game. But a little bit of a twist, if you control an objective marker and there is a friendly battle line unit within 6 inches of it, that player will score 1 additional victory point. So 2 for the side ones and 3 for the primary one. No, I shouldn't say side, but 2 for the non-primary, 3 for the primary in that case.
Vault members, check out the link below to see the next game. It is going to be Beastclaw Raiders versus Luca Brandley Flesh Eater Courts.
Thank you to some of the companies providing the terrain for this game. The mat here is from Game Mat. It's actually one of their double-sided mats, so You get the nice little lush green on the other side there if you want to go check out them. And a lot of this is from Games Workshop. So a lot of our like Age of Sigmar or old fantasy terrain that we've thrown out on the table here. We have some of the Storm Vault stuff as well in the form of some obstacles and ruins. And we got one building from Tabletop World that Josh threw on the table. He's got a little narrative here, so what's going on here?
Yeah, so this was actually a Sigmar-themed amusement park that was opened up. Unfortunately, it's kind of run down. Owners fell on tough times. When he started this park, it's because he was hired on to pretend to be a wizard for this guy that had this, big giant estate. And unfortunately, due to some outstanding debts to the Caradrons, he lost his job. So, got a fresh start, decided to try this amusement park that unfortunately isn't going well for him. It's falling apart. He lives in this little shack over on the side there.
He's a
groundskeeper as well. So things just aren't looking up for him.
And now, to boot, there's a giant battle between the forces of Khorne and a rampaging, or a Beastclaw raider force that's just coming through.
Right, he hasn't had anybody come visit the park in quite a few years. But, finally, there is a family, a happy, friendly family of Beastclaws that decided to come visit the park. Things were looking up, but unfortunately, the Khorne demons have showed up to ruin the fun.
This kind of came out of nowhere.
Yep.
In fact, no one really knows why they're here.
Or, ironically, maybe they, maybe the Beastclaws had rented the park out to have a family picnic, and, the Khorne demons had rented it out to do some sort of, I don't know, what do they do?
Oh, jeez. Combat party?
Combat party. And, poor Fritz, the owner, double booked, and now there's a big kerfuffle going on between the two offending parties.
I guess at least my guys are happy with that in a way. I don't know.
My guys are too, actually.
Well, we might as well pick territories. One's near me, the other one's near Josh there, and I got a 5. Josh got a 4, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this territory here.
Attaboy.
I'm just gonna go ahead and set up my little altar. You're gonna set up your little mob pot, and we're gonna get this game going. And here we are, all nice and deployed up. Josh obviously finished first. I had like 9 drops, even with my battalion included. Fleshhounds, Wrathmongers, Bloodletters, kind of all focused on the side with a Bloodsecrator and the Slaughter Priest. We have our Bloodthirster and Sensei Rage, kind of right in the middle, where I would typically want them anyways. We have our Blood Sacrifice, Slaughter Priest, Marauders, with the Blood Warriors in front of them. The Skullgrinder, Wrathmongers, and Dogs. More dogs over here. And then, of course, we just have a line of...
Stonehorn Beast Rider. Can't remember his name, Beast Rider.
That's Thundertusk. Yep.
Frostlord on Stonehorn, he's the boss. Huskard on Stonehorn, other Frostlord on Stonehorn, and then Stonehorn Beast Riders.
Right. So my prediction for this game, I'm not predicting win or loss here, but I could tell you what I think the outcome of this game is going to be. So these are my predictions. You're going to make me go first. Now you don't have to say yes or no to that. And I have 2 options. I can either stand here, probably still end up getting charged by what they probably need, like 9-inch charges because of all their bonuses.
It's going to be, so I got the command trait that I can reroll charges within 14.
Yes.
And if you're within 12, he'll be giving them a +1 to charge.
Right. So they get bonuses to their charge if they're already within 12, and they get to move 10?
14.
They move 14, that's right, that sounds more right. So they go 14, I'm about 10 inches away. These guys here deployed an inch back. These ones over here deployed an inch back, but these did not. They're right in the middle. So I can either stay back and probably get charged, or I can move forward on the objectives and quiver my little booties as I get charged by a bunch of big Now I have a plan, I think. I'm like, I got a plan. I got plans. But and then we're gonna have a big old slogfest right in the middle, and hopefully, Josh just rolls poorly. And I don't get absolutely crushed by gigantic monsters with big hooves. It's up to you. Who's gonna go first?
You can go first.
What a surprise. Gonna go ahead and enter mine command phase. So we have a couple things to do. I have to do my built-in prayers first. Not my built-in, the ones I picked for the Blood Blessings of Khorne. Killing Frenzy on that guy. We'll see if it goes off. I believe this is a 4+. I get to re-roll it though, because I'm near the Skull Altar. Ones are bad. I still fail. Yeah, that's a fail. It's 4-ups for all the prayers. It's the judgments I was thinking about. I think one of them is a 3-up. Blood Sacrifice. Gonna Blood Sacrifice. We'll see if we get it first. We do. All right, so he's gonna pick himself or the Marauders. I could pick the Marauders. It's D3 mortal wounds to the Marauders. And then I get a Blood Tithe point. So we're gonna do that. D3 mortal wounds to the Marauders. Yee, 2 die. That's all right. So we're going to lose you, and we're going to gain a blood tithe point up to 1. Scratch Dad's wholly within 8. They are wholly within about 10. So I cannot pick them. I'm just going to pick himself. He's going to go down to 4 wounds. He's within 8 of himself. Nice and easy. Down to 4 on him, like I said. And Blood Bind and Blood Boil are out of range at this point. Pretty sure that's it for my hero phase, folks. Got my command point, right? And then we're just going to go ahead and make our moves towards objectives. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to run dogs. We're going to run warriors and run dogs. And then I'm going to try and carefully place the rest of my stuff so that they don't get caught too easily. But they're still going to move up forward. Well, I guess I'll show you what everything runs because that's the only thing that matters. Dogs running. 6. Warriors running. Probably won't make this a 6. We'll see. Oh, never mind. I don't need to. Nice. Sick. Dope. And dogs. And if anything else ends up running, which, wow, 666. Nice. I will let you know. Well, things probably will end up running. Voila! That's where everything ends up. So, trying to screen as best as I can with my units. These guys are all just within 6 of the center of the objective, and then forming dog flank or dog position. You know, dogs get into position, and it's just it looks dumb, but it's kind of stuff I have to do, I suppose, in a way. Everything else kind of ran a little bit, but didn't really use the full movement on the run. Bloodscrater, Slaughter Priest all ending up there. Bloodthirster hanging back over here for now. Blood Letters moving up. Now, we forgot to roll for the primary objective. It's not going to really matter for this first. Well, it'll matter for Josh's turn. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it up. We got
Bam.
1, 2, 3. So that's the primary objective. So this one's going to be worth 2, 3 if you have battle line, and then the other one's going to be worth 1 or 2 if you have battle line. And guys, that's the end of my turn. I have no shooting, no charging, no fighting, no battle shock. So I'm going to score 2, 4, 7 points. That's actually not a bad start. 7 points for the Blades of Khorne as we go on to turn 1 for the Beastclaw Raiders, and we'll see what they can do.
Over to my, pretty much right to my movement. I get my command point, and that's about it.
Josh has 1 command point. Apparently has nothing to do in the hero phase. This is a nothing but charge and smash face army.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Straightforward.
Right. And just by him doing that, he's already got the objective because they're worth 10 models. And I only have the 5.
I can go a little further up. Ugh.
And I know I could have probably put the Wrathmongers there as well, but as long as he kills 1 dog, which y'all know he's going to do, he gets the objective. So I just wanted to go up there, get my 1 point, and keep that back there for now.
And then over here.
Same idea. Now these are your battle line, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same idea for my guys over here. I didn't bother putting as many models as I could over there because he's just going to count as 10. So I can't do anything about that.
Right. He's going to go to there.
Just gonna get the same amount of points as me. Big leader.
The big boss man, though, is going to go a little bit further. I get the bonus move, but I mean, like, it doesn't actually come up at all here.
No. Don't really need it. Hello, big boys.
He's going to just kind of shuffle over here. And then he can come to over there. I like not having objectives in my deployment zone.
It's nice. It is, right?
It's super nice.
Just fight in the middle.
Over to shooting. We're going to start here. And I think we're going to try to double checking the range of the harpoon launcher. If we have range for the harpoon to go into your
character?
Yeah. I'm going to try that, but the bird's going to go into him anyways.
Right. Does the bird work the same mechanically, like on a 4-up you get what you want, and otherwise I get what I want?
No, now it's just on a 2-up you take a mortal wound.
Oh, okay. I guess that's way better than it used to be.
Substantially, yeah.
Well, I guess technically it always worked before, but now...
It would always hit something.
It would always hit something, so...
And instead, yeah, we're going to have to put the bow into the Wrathmongers.
Oh, shorter range than you thought?
Yeah.
All right.
It's only 20-inch range.
Okay.
So 4's to hit them, and then 3's to wound them. Okay.
And what's the rend on that bad boy?
No rend.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they only have a 5-up. 5-up! We are failing that one. What's the damage there?
D3.
That's going to deal 1 damage. Okay. And then just he takes a mortal wound on a 2-up?
2-up, yeah. Bird!
And he will. He'll go down to 3. Bloop, bloop. And then these guys are going to take 1 damage. We'll put you down to 2.
Over to the fella in the back there, declaring everything. The bird's going to go into your whatever.
Slaughter Priest.
Slaughter Priest. The bow will go into your...
that guy there?
Mr. Giant Swinging Hammer.
Skull Grinder. All right, so he'll be -1 to hit, but that's about it.
And then we'll put the ice into your...
Oh, that's right. I forgot he has like a weird artillery shot. It's good against big guys now.
Yeah, we'll put it into the squad of Marauders.
Boo.
Start with the bird on a 2-up. Okay, so mortal wound to him.
He goes down to 2.
The harpoon launcher from 4s to 5s. Nope, so that misses. Because of the... Yeah, I get a -1
Look out,
to
sir.
hit.
Yeah, because I'm near so much stuff.
And then I got to get 12 dice.
Right. And the snowball.
Looking for 4s to do mortal wounds to them.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a pretty good roll. That's pretty close to average. You got 7 mortal wounds?
7 mortal wounds, yeah.
So the way this works now is it does, you pick a unit and you roll 12 dice, or 6 to take a mortal wound, +1 if they have 10 or more, +2 if they have 20 or more to that roll?
Correct, yeah.
So every 4 up is a mortal wound. So I'm going to lose some guys from the back here. I'm going to lay them down just so I can remember for their battle shock. And kind of looks cool too. And it was 7. So 5, 6, 7. All of them go away.
Huskard, bird, go into. Yep.
I didn't realize
I
that
don't know why we're picking on them.
I don't know why you had so many birds. Is it actually gonna be? Oh man,
I would really like birds.
I would 100% have not have blood boiled them if I knew there was so many birds on the table. I do need line of sight, and what's the range?
You
of
do
it?
need line of sight. It's 30-inch range.
Okay, so he's safe against this one.
Yeah,
at
he's
least.
safe against that bird.
Okay, at least I get one more. I get one more turn with him. Oh, maybe.
Let's send the bird and the launch. Actually, you know what? We're gonna send the launcher into the Wrathmongers,
Yep.
and then the bird over into your other Slaughter Priest.
All right, so 2 up on him. Takes a mortal wound. He will. He's
Got him.
Bird pecks at him a little bit. Takes down a 5.
And then 4s and 3s.
And then they have a 5 up. 5 up! They're failing that. D3 damage. It almost skewers 1, so 1's gonna go down to 1 wound left, and then this dude over here, down to 5 wounds, because of the bird. Oh, he's the champion, so I guess we'll put the wound on you. Charging! Here we
Okay.
go, this is your time to shine.
Super simple. We're gonna start on down here. I don't know why I want to. I just do. Oh, okay.
They're pretty much all dead on the charge. The way the charge works for these guys, if you're not familiar, is Josh is now gonna roll D6 equal to the amount of his charge roll, and then because this is a monster, you're doing mortal wounds on a 4 up, if I recall.
4 up, yep.
Yep, so probably, oh, they're not all dead. 6 of them are dead on average, but they could all die.
Okay, hey, let's see what we got. Oh, okay, you're fine.
Okay.
I mean, you're not fine.
Yeah.
4 mortal wounds.
So 2 die to that.
We'll go here to the Huskard. Okay.
6.
And he will take himself to over
Boop.
here.
And then he can do some mortal wounds himself.
Looking for 4s.
That kills 1.5 of these dudes. This is not the combat phase, so they do not get to do anything fancy. So you're gonna die. You know what? No, I'm gonna go with you stay there. You die, and then you're gonna take a wound. All right, champ. You know what? Fine, you are the champion. You take a wound later. All right, is the leader charging?
Yep.
9 or?
Big old 9.
Now, do these guys pile in any more than 3?
No.
Okay, so I did move all of these guys back here, so they're more than 4 from the front of those guys. So I should be safe from any fancy pile-ins, unless something weird happens here on charges.
Yeah, did you take into account the 2-inch reach or no?
Yeah. So I did not, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Looking for 4 ups. Okay.
So that kills 1, 2, 3?
Yep.
Yeah, so 3 of them are dead. I'm gonna have 1 dude left. Does the champion? Yeah, whatever. I'll keep the champion. That makes the most amount of sense. I didn't really account for the. I kind of forgot they're just going to crush through this front line, as they. It's not good. It's not good, guys. Oh well. At least we still have that guy standing.
Go to Frostlord in the middle, charging. Whoa.
Nice. Another 12.
Okay.
Sick. Bring it on in. You don't even have the Huskarls, eh? Or the prayer guys. Nope.
Nope. Didn't bother. Nope. Looking for 4s. So if I take away 2, 3.
3. It's 9
9
wounds.
mortal wounds.
So we're gonna have 2, 4, 6, 8, and then he'll have a wound on him. He almost took him out.
Almost got him.
I guess they're just gonna charge now.
Yeah.
Bring it on. 8.
I don't think I rolled bad anywhere.
Can you get through there?
Oh, I totally can. Okay.
Huzzah! That 3 ends up getting his charge too, before you can't move any further. And then on a single 4 up on these dice, I lose my doggo. You got him. That's a blood type point. Ah!
The end of the charge phase for me. The start of the combat phase, Metal Cruncher goes off.
Ooh.
So I pick an enemy unit with a save of 4 up, 3 up, or 2 up. That's within 3.
Which is this guy.
And they just immediately suffer D6 mortal wounds.
Crunch his metal. Boom. And he is dead. This is the combat phase though, so he gets to pile in and fight. Only getting an extra attack from the Blood Scrater. They're a little too far away. 3s to hit. Good start. You are dead. That's a blood type point. I am a fool. This is probably gonna be my fault. I tried to play smart and turns out I got no brains today. I should have accounted for his 2-inch reach. I only accounted for his 1-inch reach attacks.
So it gets to about there after the pile-in. And let's just put all the attacks into the reverse.
Yeah. So what does have the 2-inch reach attacks? Is it
Everything except for the punches and kicks. I think.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Start off with the spear on 3s. Okay. Followed by 3s. -1 rend.
6. Fail.
3 damage.
We got 3 damage total so far.
6 attacks with the horns, hitting on 3s because of his artifact.
Whee. Got 1 miss.
Okay, that's pretty good. And then these wound on 3s.
Good follow-up as well.
-2.
Perfect. No save.
That is 3 damage apiece.
Yep, that's what I figured. 12 more damage.
Sorry, that was 1 extra attack for each of those as well.
Then roll it up.
For the rock hard horns. They were 4 damage each.
Oh, extra damage, not attacks. Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
sorry. So I went to the damage inflicted by attacks with the horns and hooves if I made a charge.
So 4 more damage then.
Yes. Now D6 hooves for 4. These hit on 3s. They wound on 2s right now.
Very nice. All wound.
-1.
-1. Oh, at least I got a save. 6. Oh, I'll make 2.
Okay.
Nice.
D3 +1.
And it's going to be 2. 2 more damage. So I only take 21 damage. Wow. It's going to give me 12 remaining Marauders. Hallelujah. They are getting annihilated. Oh boy. That's what I've got left. So they're probably dead to that guy piling in and swinging because he's going to be in range as well. Man, this could have all been avoided if I just went 1 inch back. They're going to go ahead and pile in and fight now just to get maybe a couple damage in before they die. Because they're near the Wrathmongers and the Bloodsecrator, they get an extra 2 attacks per. And there's 8 of them swinging after we pile in. I guess I'll give you a look at that. That's what they look like. 4 in the back, unfortunately, cannot make it. So they're going to be hitting on 3s because of their unit size. They did lose their rend, though. No re-rolling here either. And forced wound. Huzzah. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. No rend, though. No rend. The unit size is too small.
I get myself some 3-ups.
He is a Frost Lord. Oh, maybe I'll get that 2 damage in, maybe.
And then these are followed up by 5-ups.
I do get my 2 damage in. Hallelujah. Here we go.
Brings it down to 12 on him.
Yes, and then you get to go ahead and fight with, well, any of the other things I charged. Ooh. Oof. Yeah, I did the same thing over here, but I didn't account for the, well, no, this guy was actually able to get through a little bit more.
He was able to,
Yeah.
with how many guys I killed off the bat.
Actually, these guys are, I don't know if they're more, we'll just figure out by the measurements, because they do kind of look far. I can't remember how much they ran. All I know is I purposely put them 4 inches behind, and I should have done 6. But, yeah, I forgot. That's my bad. Or like 5.5. I'm going to go in all attacks into Wrathmongers.
Starting off with the Riders, 4s and 4s.
It's all right. These are just Ogres, punches, and kicks.
Yep.
2 wounds.
Just single damage, though, no rend.
They only do 1 damage?
Yeah, the punches and kicks only do.
Huh. 2 saves. I'll make 1 fail 1. Oh, it does kill this guy, though. He's too far away to actually inflict more wounds. It has to be within 1 inch.
Gotcha.
Probably should have fixed that. Tried to fix that a little bit earlier. Anyways.
D6 crushing hooves.
2.
2. Okay. 3s, followed up by 2s.
That's a wound.
-1 rend.
6 up. We're not okay.
D3 +1 damage.
So that's going to be 4 damage, which is going to kill, we'll say you. Well, not yet, but you're dead for now. And then you're, you know what? That's just an easier way. We'll just keep track of the amount of wounds I have on me, which is the proper way of doing it before I allocate them.
The horns now, 4s to hit. Okay, perfectly average. 3s to wound.
Okay, we got
Less
1.
than average.
All right.
-2.
No save against that.
Just 4 damage
That's
then.
another 4. All right, so we're at 8 damage. And is that it for them?
That's it for him, yeah.
All right, so 8 damage is going to be allocated. I'm going to do, 2 are going to die, so we're going to take you and you are going to die. And I'm picking them because they get to lash out and attack. You know what, let me take a look at this guy here. Let's see what his pile-in is, then I might take that guy instead. I'm okay to keep that guy there. He's just outside of 5. So, they're going to lash out. This one was too far away to lash out. The way this works is I roll a d6 per. I would get +1 if I had more than one model more than one enemy model nearby, but that's not the case here. On a 2 to 5 is a mortal wound. On a 6 is d3. 2 mortal wounds.
Okay.
I assume Stonehorns ignore mortal wounds as well. Oh, you're just double checking that?
Yeah, I was double checking how many wounds, but yeah, 5s to ignore.
I do my 2. I get a little bit of some out of them. You'll be down to 11. It is my pick. My pick. Well, I got dogs. I got these guys. The problem with these guys is, I don't know, I guess he could pile in that way and try and fix that. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the dogs, which is way on this side of the table. The dogs have actually survived, surprisingly. I'm gonna see if they're holy with an 8, and then I'm gonna swing. I have to pile them in a wee bit. Just get that guy a little bit closer, so they're holy with an 8, so they get 1 extra attack for the Wrathmongers nearby. They're gonna have 15 attacks because of the Wrathmongers. 3s and 4s. 4s to wound. That's gonna be 5 wounding hits, no rend.
4-up save.
Ooh, 5 ups to ignore.
Yep.
I just do 2 damage across the board to stuff.
Solid.
And
Consistent. I love consistency.
And by the way, this clan or these tribes have an extra wound on their monsters. I don't know if we said that on camera or not, but that's
Yeah,
why.
they start with an extra wound, and every hero gets a mount trait.
Right.
With my go, we'll just bring him over.
Smack up some marauders.
Yeah.
We got 12 left there, folks.
D6 crushing hooves to start.
3.
3, okay. 3s to hit. And then 2s to wound. -1 rend.
That's 1. They're gonna 6 up because they have shields. They fail both those.
Okay, these are D3 plus 1 each.
So that's 4, 5, 6. I got 6 left, or 6 wounds are going to be allocated to me.
The horns looking for 4s.
All right, average. Always love to see it.
3s, those are -2, 4 damage apiece.
Yeah, that clears them out. That finishes them off, no problem. And they can jump in the pile of the other corpses. That is going to be another blood tithe point for me, though. A costly mistake, to be sure. We'll see if we can rectify it. It's going to go ahead and go on to my pick. I'm going to do the Skull Grinder. He's just going to go ahead, and I'm not too sure what I want to do with him. Like, I'm vaguely sure what I want to do with him. We're going to go right there. We're going to get an extra attack for the banner and the Wrathmongers nearby. Swinging with his brazen anvil on 3s. All right, not a bad roll. And these are 2s to wound. That's a pretty bad roll. And these are a rend 1.
4-up saves.
That's 3 damage, which you ignore on 5s.
Alrighty, let's see what he can do.
Takes 2 more, down to 10. Ooh, we're getting there.
Moving over to this Stonehorn Beast Rider. Let's just start off with the horns on 4s. Okay, see, less consistent now. 3s.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Punches and kicks. These are 4s and 4s.
2. Oh, no rend though. 5. I take 2 damage so far.
D6 hooves.
2.
For only 2, okay.
Sorry guys, I'll do glare on that one. There we go.
Yeah. 3s to hit. 2s to wound.
This guy sucks. This guy like really sucks.
He's tired.
You just did 2 damage.
He ran really far.
2 whole damage. My last pick are going to be these Wrathmongers. I'm going to pile them in to make sure I'm still outside of that guy's 5. Bring you into there, and yours. Also, we bring them into coherency as well. They do not give themselves an extra attack, but I'm pretty sure they're out of the banner range as well. Got the Wrathmaster in there attacking. 4s to hit with these guys. They're too far away from the banner. Excellent roll to start off with. 3s to wound. Bad follow-up though. 2 wounding hits at rend 1.
These are 5-ups, followed by 5-ups.
Take 1 more damage, down to 10. Josh technically has that guy to pick with as well, but he doesn't have to pile in if he doesn't want to. He's okay there?
Yeah, he's fine there.
All right, that should end the combat phase unless you have weird shenanigans.
Nope, I got nothing.
He's got an end of combat phase ability. I pick an enemy monster or hero. It's in this case monster. On a 2-up, they take D3 mortal wounds.
Ooh.
6 and 2. 2. So 1 mortal wound. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
All right. He's gonna bring it to battle shocks. The dogs can't. I'm gonna roll it. They lost 3. Plus 5 is 8. They should be 8 or 10. The Wrathmongers over here are 7, and they lost 3. I have no heroes nearby for inspiring presence, so just a roll. Okay, they're good. No one runs. After all that nonsense, that does bring me down to 4, or brings me up to 4 not command points, blood tithe points, and then Josh is going to score 7 victory points as well. He's got.
No, I think I get 1 less.
Do you not have battle line on all of them?
No battle line here.
Oh, because those are both heroes.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a hero?
He's a hero, yeah.
What is he, a Huskarl?
Huskarl, yeah.
Okay, so you get 1 less points, you get 6 points, you get 2, 2, 2, because one of those, that's the primary. Wait, no, he's battle line, right?
He is battle line.
So it's technically 3, 1, 2.
Yes.
Here we go, incoming turn order roll. This is obviously be super awful for me if I fail this, but we'll try. I win ties at least. 3. Okay, yeah, not bad. I will definitely opt to go next, because I don't think I could justify. The problem is I don't want to charge too many things because he's still super nasty. He gets bonuses on the charge, right?
So all it is that the horns and the hooves do 1 bonus damage.
That's still kind of a big deal sometimes. Also what the objective is going to be. So we're going to roll up a 3, which is this one again. Womp womp. Can't do much about that. I'm going to try and focus on these 2 over here. Alrighty, so I'm going to have a pretty good plan here. I somewhat know what I want to do. I'm going to start with some prayers. This guy's got blood sacrifice. He can't he can target that guy maybe. I'll see if he's in range. That is in range. There's another chance for him to kill himself though. For another blood tithe point. Now with all these birds flapping around, I don't want to do any more. I'm not gonna blood sacrifice. So we're gonna go with him and his killing frenzy on a 4 or more. Reroll. Come on, guys. He takes a mortal wound. That sucks. That's +1 to hit. Then we're gonna do blood boils. We'll start with you blood boiling him on a 4 up. You take 4 mortal wounds.
Whoo! That's pretty good.
And then you have 5 ups to ignore. You take 2 mortal wounds down to 8. And then we're gonna have you blood boil because it requires line of sight. We're gonna say you are gonna get blood boiled.
Okay, the other Frost Lord.
Got it, and it's 4 mortal wounds.
Okay. Pretty solid.
3 damage.
No, there's 1.
And that's gonna bring him down to 11. That's it for my hero face. We're gonna go ahead and go right on to movement, where I'm gonna start with these dogs over here. They're gonna run and retreat out of combat. So they go 8 inches plus 4 for 12. They are getting out of dodge. They're coming over this way to run and hide. They're gonna stay kind of on the objective though. You know what? No, they're gonna go over this way. I'm gonna keep 1 model within 6 of the objective. Yeah, I'll tuck them into the ruins there. Keep the 1 model near the objective, but outside of 3 of that guy. I think I'm gonna try and gamble here. We're gonna have the Bloodthirster probably fight in the middle and just try and spike 6s to wound to hit that guy for mortal wounds as well.
Nice.
Because the way it does, every enemy unit within 8 inches takes 4 mortal wounds per 6 I roll. So we'll see if we can make that work. It's kind of like wild out of here tactic. Typically that's what you want to do with them anyways. So we are gonna do just that. We're gonna keep you in combat. You guys are gonna move up and around this way and probably charge in over there to get an aura of, what's it called? +1 attack. That's what it's called. It's gonna run through the ruins and start to come up and around the back. The blood letters are probably just gonna run and not charge anything this turn and just make a screen, a wall in this direction, so they have to charge in and fight me, and it'll be what it is. It'll be what it'll be, right? It's not gonna be great, and these guys are gonna get out of combat as well. They're gonna go this way. Just because of the way, Age of Sigmar goes, you go, I go. I can't afford to charge them in and him in, because they're just gonna get absolutely destroyed by the Frost Lord. So we're gonna run them 5 extra inches. Blood letters running and ending up like that, staying more than 3 away from both of them. Bloodthirster moving 10 to there. Honestly, probably gonna keep the Blood Secretor kind of where it is. I'm gonna figure out these guys first, because they're gonna end up getting out of this fight too. I know it's not very Khorne-like of me, but let's be real, guys. This is
You're showing off your martial prowess, not your bloodlust.
Right, in this case, 100%. So we're gonna also get them off this. Get 1 model near that objective, but stay more than 3 away from him there. Honestly, just gonna keep him where it is. He's got a pretty good coverage for his aura right now, and he's out of line of sight from some things, and he's neat and tucked in. We're gonna have you probably go there though. Do you also go behind the wall? No, because he won't have line of sight to blood boil, and you know, if you get pecked to death, then you get pecked to death, I guess. This other thing's not getting killed. You, on the other hand, I think you just charge in, be like, yeah, whatever, it's time to die. Yeah, you know, whatever, it is time to die. It is time to die in the name of Khorne. He's gonna die to a stupid bird anyway, so why not? You're gonna go hang out over there. You're still within range of the altar. You're happy there. I have no shooting attacks. Oh, I do have the dog shooting attack, technically. They have like the champion dog has like a scream. It's like really bad.
He just barks at you?
Yeah, exactly. So instead of an extra attack, he has a weird range attack, but he fell back from combat. So that is not gonna be the case there. We're gonna go on to charging. We're gonna start with the Wrathmongers declaring a charge. Go, Wrathmongers, go. You're gonna roll a 3. Well, it's good enough, I suppose. I was hoping for a little more dramatic roll there. And so they end up with a 3-inch charge.
They've never looked more like cheerleaders.
They are. That is literally what they are. They're a cheerleading squad if I've ever seen one. I wish Killing Frenzy worked. All right, charging the you know what? Yeah, we'll charge the Bloodthirster. I need kind of a big roll. Haha, 11. That's ideal. I think I needed like an 8. So we're gonna take that. We're gonna fly over this guy and end up somewhere around here.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm not too concerned for you. Just yikes. We're gonna end you up something like that. Yes, exactly, something like that. You go back to where you were, you're happy there. And then we'll charge in the Slaughter Priest, the one who is rearing to die, I guess. Sure, 10, sounds dope. Let's go right there. Bam. Buddy, I'm gonna fold you. I'm gonna fold your clothes. Fold your clothes. I was gonna say, I'm gonna fold your clothes while you're still wearing them. That's what's gonna happen right now.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna fold your clothes.
What was the other one I remember hearing? Like, I'm gonna come to your house and rattle your cupboard doors?
Yeah, exactly. That's another one. Yeah. All right. That's it for charges. I'm gonna start with the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage.
I need to use a command ability at the start of the phase.
Oh no.
I will dig deep the heals on. I'm gonna say on my general.
Is that
so? Basically, I use it at the start of any phase. I pick one friendly boulderhead hero that has a mount. To the end of the phase, I use the top row for damage, regardless how many wounds.
Oh, and you have to declare that at the start, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm also gonna do all-out attack with these guys, I guess. For one command, I don't know if it's worth it. I got 3 command points. Why not? Yeah, they're gonna get all-out attack. They get to reroll hit rolls of 1. But I'm gonna fight first with the Bloodthirster.
So also, sorry, start of the combat phase. What's his save?
4 up.
Because he's getting launched.
Ooh, that could be kind of bad for me.
How many mortal wounds does he take? 4.
That's not ideal. That is a really good ability. That does bracket him. If you did 3 or less, I would have been fine. I am bracketed now, though. Well, not much I could do about that, so we're gonna go ahead and pile in. Just to about there, make sure that guy's within 8 inches, which it looks like he is. He's gonna fight. He gets an extra attack for this. He gets an extra attack for his relic, and he gets an extra attack for being near the Wrathmonger. So he's gonna have 8 attacks because Khorne wants it. Now these unfortunately hit on 4s. I was hoping to get Killing Frenzy off, so I don't want to see 3.
Oh no!
The 6s only matter on wound rolls.
Oh, it's wound rolls? I thought it was hit rolls.
No.
Oh, I almost died.
Well, it would have been 3-6. That would have been 12 mortal wounds to all.
Oh, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like that just changed the game totally. Oh, I'm sorry I celebrated for something that wasn't.
And re-rolling the 1. I get to reroll once for Locust of Fury being a Demon of Khorne. Hit wounding on 2s. No wounding hits. Obviously, we're attacking that guy there.
Yep.
So that's 4 wounds at -2, I believe.
Okay, so at -2 on 5 ups.
You would make 2. Oh, he's not a Frostlord. He's got a 3 up
Oh,
Huskard.
no, you're right. Yeah, he's a Huskard. He should only have a 4 up.
Ooh. It actually does only have a 4 up. He needs 6s, so that's 4d6 damage. 12, 13, 14, 15 damage.
5s to ignore.
Ignore 4?
Yes.
So you take 11 damage.
Okay.
He's got a couple wounds left.
2 to be.
And then I spend a command point to immediately pile in and fight again.
Attaboy. Okay, cool.
And I'm gonna pile in, and this time we swing at him.
Cool.
Same amount of attacks. Khorne wants it. 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So we got about the same amount of hits. We want to see 6s here now. 2s to wound. There we go. Okay, we got 1 fail, but that's 6 mortal wounds to everything nearby.
Nice, okay.
And then this guy has to make 4 5-up saves. Let's do the mortal wounds after. Just do his 6
You want
5-up
to do
saves.
his 5 up saves? Sorry, how many were there?
4.
4? So 5 ups.
Fails 2.
Okay.
So he's going to take 2d6 damage, which is 5 plus. So he takes 11 damage.
Oh, jeez. So the 11 damage on him on 5s to ignore?
Yep. He dies just.
Yeah, that's a perfect roll.
That's
Good
perfect,
job,
yep.
sir.
He takes him out, and then this guy takes 6 mortal wounds.
That's probably going to be him dead. Ignoring on 5s. Yeah,
He goes
dead.
down as well. And then the guy in the back takes 6 mortal wounds as well. But he will be fine in the back. Right, he doesn't have a way to ignore it, so he just goes down to 7 wounds. Okay, well, he did exactly what I needed him to do, which was carry hard. Could not have done that without him. All right, that's I guess that's it. These guys get to pile in if they want to. Sure they will. They'll end up piling in there, but they have no reach to attack or swing. You know what? You've been so impetuous. Might as well keep on going, right, bud?
Just screaming at
There
the
we
war.
go. Yeah.
Ah!
That's it. I didn't charge with anyone else. I score only the middle objective for only 1 victory point. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have. Oh, wait. I might have that guy within 6. I might have been okay. He is. That's dumb luck, though. Sorry, by the way, I'm trying to play these on 32 mil bases. That's why they're so weirdly spread out. But he is going to be within 6 of the center. That'll give me 2 victory points, but I do not get the outlying ones. Those are still in Josh's control. It's pod emptying time.
Yeah, I got a hero close by, and I think that's all I need.
Probably. Does it have to be a butcher? No.
So Great Mob Pot said to be empty full. If one friendly ogre hero within 6 of a full Great Mob Pot can spend all the magic. D3 wounds allocated to each ogre unit, wholly within 36.
Is that that should be the whole army, I assume?
Yeah, that is.
So D3, all 4 of them are going to heal D3.
Yep, so over here.
11 goes back up to full.
Okay.
And then this guy took 7.
Yeah,
Oh, he's down to 7.
6. Yeah,
He's
so
up,
just
up to 8. And that'll bring it over to this Frost Lord who's taking some damage. I can't
Taking
remember.
2.
I don't even know how he took damage.
Actually, no, he took 3.
Oh, I blood boil him. That's right.
Yeah, you did.
So he's up to 13 wounds. And then did this guy take damage? Yeah, he took
did.
some more wounds. Yeah, he heals 2, up to 11 or 12. They probably have 13. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna come over here. Well, now I'm just knocking that around. He was what, 8? Yeah.
Yeah, he took 6, he 13, he took 5. Yeah, he's at 8. He's gonna try and deal with the dogs, I assume, while this guy frees himself up.
Yeah, that's the idea. I just don't have any great charges anywhere. Is the problem. You know, he can kind of make it around over here. So why not do that? Over here, he's gonna start moving.
There might not be enough room to squeeze through. That was the intent there.
Enough.
I didn't measure it, but that was the idea.
He's gonna be terribly frustrated and go, how come I can't go through this gap? And I guess he's just hanging out.
Okay.
We're not really moving anywhere.
This guy moved a bit.
He did. Yeah, yeah.
We got some shooting attacks to resolve now.
Right. I'm gonna start here with this stone horn. Bird into that man.
All right, 2 up, he's dead.
And then the harpoon's going into your bloodthirster.
Yep,
But
he's
first
dead.
man's dead.
That gives me a blood type point. I'm at 7 now.
So does he get the lookout, sir, or no?
No, he's a monster.
Okay, cool. I didn't think he did, but
Oh, he misses. All right. I evade it. We have 2 more birds and some stuff.
yeah, let's go here. We'll send the bird, and you know what? I'll send the harpoon. No, bird and harpoon into this man.
All right, we start.
And I'll do the icy breath into him as well. Bird,
More wound.
harpoon,
Hits.
wounds.
4 up save on him. We're good, but we still take a mortal wound from the bird, and we have the breath attack to resolve on him as well. So down to 9.
8 dice, just looking for 6s on him for mortal wounds from
Yes.
the icy breath.
He takes 1. Down to 8.
Last one, bird and harpoon into your bloodthirster.
Please. Blizz.
Bird,
Hit.
harpoon.
Hit. No.
Doesn't wound.
So we take a mortal wound. Down to 7. He's getting there.
Just brings us right over to charges. We're gonna charge here first.
Into dogs. That's an 8.
Yeah, I'm definitely in.
Oh, yes.
Let's see how far I can get. And we'll go to right about here. Looking for mortal wounds. I think I got him.
That's 8 blood type points right there, folks. Yoink. And yoink.
Do this guy.
Charge! 6? All right.
So let's go. Boop, 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 boop.
We're into my angry man.
Yep. Looking for 4s.
Stop. He's got 1 wound left, I think. 1 wound left. Yikes. Okay. Then we got a couple dudes over here.
Yep, we'll charge this guy.
Is he going to them? Or it doesn't matter.
Wherever he
Yeah, that's right.
wants.
9. Stop with these charge rolls, man. Bam. All right, that works. And then, I gotta resolve that. That's right. I assume we're gonna resolve it against them, though.
Yeah. 4 ups.
That is 1 dead. One's got 1 wound. We're gonna have the champion with 1 wound there. So you're dead. Hello. And then last one.
Yep. Distance,
6.
which is just good enough.
Hello.
Whoa.
2 die. 2 die. 2 are gonna die. Let's see. I guess you 2 are probably not gonna be fighting. Frost Lord's gonna fight first.
Yeah, I want to just reduce as many blood letters coming my way as I can.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Punches and kicks. 3s. 3s. Okay.
And those have no rend on them, if I recall.
Correct.
I actually make both my saves. Ooh, I stopped 2 damage.
These are going to be the horns on 3s because of the black clatter horn. Except for 2s. That actually might make a big difference. 3s.
2 wounds. Rend 2.
Rend 2, yeah.
Is that 4 damage?
4 damage each.
So that's 8 damage in total so far.
D6 hooves.
Ooh.
Okay, there we go. These are 3s and 2s.
Okay, it's average on the hits there. And then rend 1 on that.
Rend 1.
So I'm gonna have 5 ups. 6 ups, I mean. Oh, I fail all those. D3 plus 1 apiece.
Yes.
So that's 2, 5, 8 damage. So that's 16 so far dead. Yikes, these guys, man.
Then the spears. 3s.
Yikes.
Okay. 3s.
Okay. Rend
Minus 1.
6. Ah, dang.
3 damage apiece.
Yeah, it's another 6. Okay, is that it for his attacks?
That's it for his attacks.
Only 22 dead, so that's not good. Should have 6 of them left, so don't really care about any of that. Don't care about any of that. We don't care about any of this either. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take those ones out as well. There we go. Well, that was spooky. We're gonna go ahead and, ooh, kind of, I wonder.
I think you filled the pot no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is it, I fill the pot? Oh, is it whenever I kill a unit, or is, I thought it was heroes only. Or is it, I guess when you throw a unit.
No, I just gotta kill a guy. It doesn't have to be a hero. Kill him.
Oh, I just kill a model, eh? Oh, okay.
Kill a model.
I guess it's
But I gotta double check the range on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Enemy model is slain within 6.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Do I care about, well, we're gonna end up dying anyways. Yeah, whatever, fill the pot. All right, you're gonna attack with this guy here. He's got a bunch of attacks. Maybe he'll perform kind of well here. They don't have a 3-up save, so a little bit more feasible to do big damage to this guy. Gonna have 5 attacks with the Skull Grinder because of Banner and Wrathmonger's nearby. These hit on 3s. All right, not bad. And these are 2s to wound. All right, 4
Good
wounds.
dice.
Rend 1.
5 ups.
That's
There
the
it
that's
is.
that's
There
the
it is.
Yep.
That's the dice.
And it's the dice we like to see. They don't have. These got a 5 up to ignore the damage. It's 3.
That's 3. Okay.
Yep. Could have been 12. Yep. Nice. 1 damage. Sick.
He's actually gonna go and he's gonna pile in close enough to grab the objective, but not bring anything else in because you don't pile in extra, I assume.
No. I got no longer threat range.
Or actually, sorry, no. He's not gonna go. But I'm not gonna fix his movement yet.
Yeah. So
I'm
he'll go eventually.
I wasn't paying attention. He will go.
Yes. We're gonna go take this guy out. Part of me just wants to.
Actually, you gotta
never
be an
know.
inch away for the craziness of mortal wounds.
Yes. So if you stay an inch away, boop, there you go. Should be safe
Okay.
there.
Horns on 4s,
Okay.
and then 3s. Okay, yeah, it's -2.
Yeah. Bye bye. That's a 9th blood type point. Now we come over to this guy where he's already piled in.
Yes.
He's gonna try and take out this 1 wound. Skull Taker. Shouldn't be hard. Should not be hard.
Horns.
All right. It's a bad
Okay.
start.
3s to wound. Fails to wound.
Okay. And we have the D6 hooves.
Yep, let's get that.
2.
2. You might live. These are 3s.
Don't get my hopes up yet. Okay. Nice.
Oh no!
6. And
Punches and kicks. 4s.
we got 2 wounds.
2 wounding hits.
And that's the last of it. He's got a 3-up save. I lied. He's only got a 4-up save. Went to go double check. Dramatic effect. He's dead. Bam. He was dead on average there. He's on the
This big giant elephant fails to do anything, and then just the guy on top just kicks him in the head on the way past.
And that is redundant blood type points there too. Okay, well he is now done. I get to fight back with these lads. I'm gonna pile in. They should all be able to swing. He's gonna pile in a little bit further, and
Yeah, you're good.
there we go. They should have 2 attacks apiece right now. 13 attacks because they're near the Blood Secretor and the leader of the unit. 4 is to hit. 6 are mortal wounds in addition to his normal damage, and we're too far away from the Bloodthirster to reroll. Bloop, 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 bloop. So what's 1 mortal wound? And 3 is to wound. And 4 saves at Rend 1.
4 saves on 4s.
Yikes. And then just 2 5-ups to ignore damage.
Yeah.
I do 2 damage. Huzzah. And then, yeah, now the pot's refilled, all that good stuff. Is that it?
I think you got a battle shock.
I do. Or they're going to... Ooh. I messed up. I piled in. They were within 6 of him, but I piled too far away. And they're probably not within 12 of him. Yeah, he's within 12 being the general still, so we're going to inspire them so they don't run away. I'm tempted to roll it. If I roll a 1, they would have came back. But they would have all run. Otherwise, and I'd rather keep them on the field, if you know what I mean. Because, you know, they could be useful. That is going to be it. You are going to score all the points again?
Yes.
Yes, so you have... is this battle line?
Yes, he is.
Is that battle line?
He is.
And then that's battle line.
He is.
So that's 7 points. Roll off time. Wah. Oh, boo. Okay, well, I would just concede. I'll concede there if you choose to take the turn. Well, we'll do it quick. We'll do it quick because you're just going to charge in, take that over there, and then probably kill him with impact hits, attack them, kill them off.
The likelihood of... Well, I won't kill him with impact attacks
true.
on average, but I'll do solid
Yeah.
damage to him.
I needed the turn order to keep going for me to have a chance in this game. It is what it is. It's the nature of the game. He would kill them, no problem. He just had to, even with the help of him. That's already your objective. That guy could choose to leave that if he wants to, or just hang out there. And then you'd probably just clean up the rest of my forces.
Yeah, because you'll be able to summon something in on your turn, too.
Right. If I had my turn, I had the chance of killing, frenzying him again, sending him over here to try and kill both of them off in one go. You know, with the usual tactic, right? So my turn would have been, if I had a chance, maybe killing frenzy, they fall back, try and stay alive near the objective. I was actually going to summon 20 guys. I was going to summon something over here, I think, with this. No, I guess I wouldn't have had range. I'm going to summon something around here, and then all that good stuff. And then he was going to go over there, try and take them out, and then leave you with these two. And then I'd hopefully rack up points for the rest of the game. But you know what? We'll quickly do your turn to show it off, and then that's unfortunately probably the end there, folks.
Because I don't think it's the guarantee. Because I think if I give you the turn, then you'd actually have a decent chance of winning.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not the classic Dr. Murder of like, oh, I'm going to say that I won and give you the turn. Like, I actually need to have this go. And I've rolled pretty bad, so I don't think it's...
I'm going to call it a Dr. Murder.
You think it's a Dr. Murder?
It's a Dr. Murder because it was a nice potential comeback for Khorne here. But no, Josh is right. If I had my turn, I would. So it pretty much comes down to, I think if I had my turn, I would have won. If Josh got the double turn, he won. So it's all this does is kind of change up who wins randomly. But you have to try to account for the double turn. But it's kind of hard to do in the same.
Well, it killed a lot, right?
Yeah, I've got like nothing to really account for anything with. But with what I had left, I could have potentially took the win. But we'll go to Beastclaw Raiders turn 3. I could fight with them at the beginning of Josh's hero phase for 4 blood tithe points, but I'm not even gonna bother. It's not really gonna do much. Proceed with your hero phase. Oh, you can heal
There's
everything.
the chance they can take mortal wounds. So at the start of the hero phase, the grasp of the Everwinter.
Oh, I forgot
if
about
the
that.
roll's equal to or less than the number of the current battle round.
Ah!
No.
Oh, so okay, didn't really work. I guess that's at the beginning. You choose the order it happens in too.
Yep.
So you can heal everything again if you want to.
So that's fully healed. Yeah, I'm doing the heal now. D3 on him.
Healed full.
No, he's he's taken 1 wound technically still.
Oh, got him. And then this guy would heal the full.
He would heal the full, and then Mr. Moo Cow over here heals 3. Okay.
Nice.
Moo.
Movement.
So basically, he moves over. Yeah, I can't get through this gap again, but he gets to about here.
Right.
He gets close enough to be happier. Mm-hmm. And then what do you move? I don't know your stats.
Thunder Tusk.
He gets to wander right back over here. Oh, hey guys, what's up? Okay, so let's roll this easily. All the birds and the harpoons are going into him.
Bring it on.
So the birds first.
2 ups. Got him. He's down to 4. Little picks, little pieces of meat every time.
And then the harpoons on 4s.
Yeah.
3s. Okay,
Hey.
it does wound.
No rend though. I got my 4-up save. That was almost a downfall earlier. I made it. That's it for ranged attacks, I suppose.
No,
we got the
oh yeah, sorry, the ice would have went into him as well.
icy breath. We're gonna roll 12 dice, and every 6 up is a mortal wound.
All right, friendo, be a bully.
You got him with the icy breath.
5.
Die. That's
an amazing roll.
That was an outstanding roll. It's almost 50% 6s. That is.
Well, there's no 1s or 2s.
Oh, actually,
3s.
it's all 4-ups too. So you are dead. I think that's like 11 blood tithe points now.
He shall charge.
Charge. That's like the first bad charge you've had all
Yeah,
game.
so he goes.
Oh, he's not a hero, is he?
No.
I would have said just re-roll it. That'd be cool, but he's not a hero. So 3 dice on 4-ups because he's a big boy. That is a mortal wound, which will bring you down to 1. Can I get my finger in there? Yeah, I can.
And then over here.
Boom. 9? Oh, that's probably good enough.
It's got to kind of Tokyo drift it around.
Why backwards? Oh, you just don't like the...
Well, I don't want to knock your models over.
I personally do not care.
Guess they're studio. It's easier to not care. We'll roll it over here. 4s.
That does kill 1 and puts 1 wound on another guy. So you're going to die, and they do not do their weird little lash out attacks because this is the charge phase.
There was 3 total there, so I think with 2 wounds on another guy. Oh, he puts him down to 1 wound.
Puts him down to 1 wound.
Gotcha. And over to Big Friendly here.
Oh, that is impact hits coming his way. Can he die from the hits? He will indeed die from the hits. Well, this is nice and clean.
Okay, he's just gonna go.
This guy's at full health, right? Yeah, he
is.
Yeah, he do.
Punches and kicks.
All right.
Okay, perfectly average. 4s to wound you. There's
5 up. I make it. I don't know why I had to think about that.
we got the tusks or the horns.
Are these 4s or 3s on this
These
guy?
are 4s.
These guys suck when they only have 4s.
3s.
But good thing
-2.
You can buff them up across the board. -2. Well, I don't know where I'm rolling my save for. I failed.
Okay, it's 4 damage.
All right, so I'm down to 4. I've taken 4 damage so far, and then we have the D6 hoof attacks.
Yes.
It's gonna be 4.
These are 3s. Followed up by 2s.
And those are rend
-1.
1. Okay, well I got a 6-up save against that. Aha! That's D3 plus 1 per. So 4, 8, 10 damage, so 14 damage. So 13 more to go. 3, you got them, they're dead. One of them gets to lash out on your Thunder Tusk.
Okay.
You take nothing, and then one gets to lash out against the Stonehorn. Ooh, D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds.
No, you fiend.
You take 1 mortal wound. All right, these guys are dead. Can I get them? I can, I think. Oh, you've fallen into my trap. I get to go with these guys over here. We're gonna crush this guy. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna fold his clothes while he's still wearing them. Okay, so for me to kill him, I'm gonna have to roll, I wanna roll 13 6s. Okay, that's not bad, we got 4. But that was like our only hits, so we got 1 more hit. Oh no, I guess they technically all hit. They just do mortal wounds in addition. Nice, 2 wounds.
2 wounds? There's rend, right?
Yeah, rend 1.
So 1 goes through. How much damage is that total?
That's a 5 damage.
Oh no!
Take 2, my man. Take 2.
What is happening?
All right, they're dead.
Okay.
He fights next, he crushes them. Crushes them right back to the warp. In fact, these guys are not coming back for a long time. That's how badly he crushed them. They are the ones who had their clothes folded.
He shouts their names as they get squished?
Yes, he knows them by name. And as you can see, I'm left with... Oh, he's actually dead. I am left with 1 model, 1 general, who can most certainly outrun the Beastclaw Raiders, right?
Okay, hypothetically, you could summon something in, but I assume you want to concede at this point?
Yes, 100%. I could, yes. I think I had like 12 or 13 blood tide points. It was like it was a very inopportune. There's a lot of gambling, right? So we're gonna jump into our little rambly post game now between Josh and myself.
Yes.
So if you don't want to listen in on this, I won't blame you. This will probably be a while.
I feel like the type of person that doesn't want to listen to the ramble probably didn't watch that last turn either.
They knew. They knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, and this video's done for me.
Yep. It's true. It was kind of obvious. So it was a pretty guaranteed win for the Josh double turn 2 to 3 there, and it was a likely Luca win if the turn order continued. Now mine was more determined by if I rolled. I probably have to roll a little bit above average, but even if I did and I killed like 1 of them or 2 of them, I still would have had like good tempo for the game. We'd be down 1 of these guys maybe. I think I would have tried to hunt down that Thunder Tusk over there with the Wrathmongers. They could probably chew them up pretty good. Not Thunder Tusk. Yeah, Thunder Tusk.
That's
right, yeah.
Tusk.
So I ideally would have left you with 2 Stonehorns. In a perfect world, just 1 Stonehorn, and then I could just summon on objectives and then slowly win the game from there. That would have been my battle plan. And honestly, it just came down to whoever won that roll-off was probably going to win the game. It's okay. Okay, so I like to be pretty transparent about Age of Sigmar. I do like the game. Hate the double turn. Don't care what you say. You could say you could try and defend it in and out, whatever you want. I've been playing this game for almost since it's come out. So it's been what, 5.5 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Haven't liked it from day 1. Still can't stand it now. And I've played a lot of games.
Okay, so what I'll say about there's some games that it makes it more interesting, and there's some games that makes it less interesting.
Right. I don't think it's worth that skew. I would rather, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I agree, 100%. There's been some epic comebacks.
Yep.
And there's a lot of room for error too in play. It does mean you have to be tighter with your play, without a doubt. It's not like, oh, it's just a mindless win. I'm sure there's probably a way I could have set that up better to have not lost that game. Maybe not. I got pretty hammered there. But there are a lot of times where if your opponent is losing on points, because this game's all about points, that's all that matters in the end. Killing doesn't even matter anymore because of the auxiliary objectives.
Yep.
So when it comes down to points and your opponent can see something, this actually came up in a game that Josh and I played where it's a little minor spoiler alert. He was playing Ogre Mawtribes and I was playing Bone Reapers. And then he's seen
the video's already out. So.
Yeah, it's already been out for a while. So he was in a position where there's a bunch of objectives all over the table, mostly outlying, and he was losing. I was going to win the game. It was kind of like mindless. We were just rolling dice at that point. And then Josh took his turn. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to gamble. I'm just going to fall everything back and run towards objectives. And then if I get the double turn, I'll run on the objectives. And hopefully if you don't run fast enough on your turn, that's game. And like that happens.
See, the lovely thing about Luca is that he tells that story to make it sound like that is what happened. But what happened is Josh was having a bad day and a bad game. And Josh said, whatever, I'm going to take my turn to fall back into combat so you can't keep just killing my stuff and I can't kill anything back.
But I think you realized that as you started falling back.
No. when I went to go take my turn, the beginning of my next turn,
Yeah.
where I'm like, oh wait, I can go to the objectives.
Right, okay, it's a happy accident.
I was still pouting by the end of my turn.
Right, so when, oh crap, did I give you, I can't remember what happened.
You took a double turn.
Earlier on, okay, that's
Yeah,
right.
you took a double turn, then I get the next double turn.
That was right, so I took a double turn in that game knowing I didn't need to take it, knowing that, oh, this gives Josh the potential to win the game, because even if I didn't take that double turn, I was going to win that game. It was kind of like,
Yeah, you would have. Yeah. See, I didn't realize. I thought it was just one of those because we had the quick conversation. Because you had the ability to take the double turn. I'm like, just take it and finish the game.
I'm like, I could maybe. So my thought process was,
I think you whiffed your rolls pretty bad though.
that's what it was. Yeah. So it was like, I don't need to do that. I can just keep the turn order going, and we'll just keep playing. I'm like, whatever. The game's kind of, from our perception, kind of boring, crazy. It's just kind of a grind. Like, let's make this interesting. So I'm like, okay, I'll take the double turn. Maybe I can end it really quick, but if I don't, that leaves potential for Josh to win the game. And that's exactly what happened.
See, Luca was merciful and tried to go for the mercy killing, so I didn't have to play anymore.
Right.
Because I was not having any fun because I was just getting beat up bad.
I wasn't having fun either. It was a super grindy game.
So yeah, Luca showed mercy, and it lost him the game.
Right, but that's okay. That's one of those games where it's just like, okay, in this one, okay, I guess what I wanted to touch up on the double turn thing, I don't necessarily feel like a loser for this one. I'm like, this one was kind of an iffy one. Even if I won, I don't think it would have felt like.
Well, I think it goes back to you care about you being a more technical gamer, pay attention to the win-loss more.
Right.
And I'm just like, I want to smash, kill models, yeah.
Right. I left myself up for getting demolished on the double turn there. Like, again, I don't think I had too much of a choice there. If I did, by all means, leave comments down below. Well, let me know what you thought about the list, too. I like that list a lot. I'm sure there's ways to improve it with all the new stuff that's come out since I've last played Blades of Khorne. Let me know, obviously. But I am very keen to try that list out again. This is kind of the focus on the Bloodthirster and all that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't think, no matter what, I don't think I'm ever going to adjust the double turn. I only accept it because it's part of the job and I have to.
Well, it's one of those, like, so I've talked about different turn mechanics, and I guess my counterpoint to it is that Age of Sigmar, I like the game system.
I like the models.
Double turn and all, I like it more than 40k. I don't like the setting as much because I'm just not that into the fantasy setting. Even though, like, pardon me?
It's a lot.
There's a lot, and it's a really, I don't know, like, if you're even like a magic-y kind of setting, like Conan is about as far as I want to go.
You want,
that makes sense?
Yeah, right. Well, like, are you like that type of level of magical fantasy? Conan's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to put a label on Conan because there's probably like hardcore Conan fans out there.
There probably is a couple. I'm not a hardcore Conan fan.
I would probably put it as kind of low fantasy.
Well, it is generally a more sword and sorcery type, lower fantasy
Magic's
setting.
super rare.
There's not multiple realms and craziness. Like, there's plenty of fantastical, magical things about it, but it's not.
Like, I'd put Tolkien as a higher fantasy as over Conan, but it's not that much higher. There's wizards, they're super rare, but there's like magical elves and there's creatures and all that.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So those are, so overall, that's where I like playing this. The steampunk dwarves, cool. You know, I can have fun with that. I really do like mechanics that go beyond the simple, I go with my entire army, you go with your entire army.
I'm of the same mindset. I couldn't agree more. This game would probably be one of the best games out there if it was you go, I go, single unit activation.
I'd be interesting to try it to see.
I played it. It's so good.
Oh, yeah, you have fun with it?
It's so good, but it takes so much longer to play. So if you're to play like 1,000 point games, I don't know if anyone's played bolt action, but that's where we derive the rule from. You put, so it
okay, so you don't go the straight, you know, like I go, you go, you go, you do dice in a bag.
I prefer dice in a bag because that punishes elite armies as well.
Well, you're going to be smarter with that. It doesn't punish elite armies because that means that, you know, I need just to pull one dice to have one of my uber powerful units go.
It's true. But chances, I guess, okay, I guess it depends on how you look at it because chances are I'll get more activations in a row before you get to activate one thing,
But I'm saying just the elite army, you got to be a lot smarter, and it kind of leans into my play style of just trying to do the overwhelming damage and then clean up after the fact and figure out how to win the game. Like,
which is
that leans heavily into the way I play.
Yeah. Well, it's typically elite army. I guess in my experience, what I've seen in Age of Sigmar with the, I've tried this at home with friends. I've done it with 40k as well. Awesome game for 40k. It just takes forever to play. So if you have the time to do it, I highly recommend trying it out. And you kind of just make up the rules that don't really fit anymore as you go on the fly, as long as your opponent agrees with it. But there was times where I would say you had like this guy here, If it's the you go, I go, I got like 3 units surrounding it. I pull out one of my die. This unit activates, charges, and fights. And then we pull out a die. It does everything, right? Do battle shock as well. And then you pull another die. Oh, this unit gets activated. It's not like a die is associated to a unit. I just get to activate any of my units that haven't activated yet. I pull out another. That one charges and fights, and then this one charges and fights, right? That come up a lot in AOS. And then if you're already engaged in combat, well, you can choose to retreat and all that stuff. It takes away the whole you go, I go for combat, which is not bad. I don't mind that you go, I go for combat. So it's not a perfect system because it does make it so I could theoretically, say we have 5 units in combat, I could pull all my dice out and then I fight. Oh, good game. So it's not perfect. That's definitely ruined games before.
Right. So I'm curious with the viewer base because I'm definitely of the mindset of, I play the games for fun. Yeah. I don't care about the competitive tournament scene. I don't know anything about it for AOS. Begrudge them at all, and it's the same for every other game system. It's not my cup of tea. So I'm curious because I think Age of Sigmar has obviously some really die-hard fans. Right. So the suggestion of just if you're kind of one of those fun players and maybe you're similar to Luca's mindset where the double turn's kind of weird. If you try one of those other games mechanics of like the bolt action system, which is super simple.
Oh, so easy, yeah.
To figure out, but it just changes the game up, which is always fun.
It's a nice fresh take on the game. You could also scrap the whole bolt. If you want something more fair, just make it alternate activation.
Yeah,
like you activate, I activate, you activate, I activate. That's a way more balanced way of doing it. That's probably the highest. That's one I'd recommend. I just like the kind of the random nature.
Well, the random kind of goofy fun, but yeah, because the you go with one unit, I go with one unit, gets closer to the chest, back and forth.
Exactly, yeah. I guess I'd highly recommend what Josh just said there.
It's funny, as we're talking about it, I wonder because I think I'm curious to see the percentage because I've made similar suggestions for games like 40K and some of the other big war games that people play of just hey, if you're getting bored or you're not having as much fun, try something 100% different.
Change it up.
So I'm curious to see because I'm sure we're gonna have some of the die-hard Age of Sigmar fans that are very opposed to the idea of trying something different.
Right. Yeah, because they're used to the game they're used to, right? They built their list according to it. Because when you play with those new rules, like list building is completely different and everything as well.
For sure.
Yeah, and the things then you're trying to shoot for like an activation list where you have so many activations that are like the meta amount of activations.
Well, that gets into
that's more competitive.
Because again, Luke and I both play a variety of different games outside of the channel as well, right? So a good example would be building Star Wars Legion lists.
Right, and then typically, I follow it a little bit, but typically people want to run, I think it's like is it 8 to 10? No, it's 10? How many activations do they want now?
I can't remember in the current, because again, I don't follow the super competitive meta, but there's definitely like building those super elite little lists. They're cool, but they get out-activated. You get so out-activated and so punished by your your opponent.
Especially in a game that uses suppression tokens and suppression mechanics like that.
Yeah.
So by the time you actually go to activate one of your last elite units, they just have like 18 suppression tokens on them, and they're like, I guess I just run away.
Well, it's trying to maintain certain objectives, and your opponent has to jump on the objective, but if they jump on the objective, then your big killy unit will kill them. Well, they're just going to activate all these other little piddly units until you're forced to activate the killy unit.
Yeah.
Which can't move far enough to get in range to do anything, and then they come steal the objective after. Like,
right, exactly.
There's interesting fun mechanics. So I'm curious to see other people at home playing.
Right.
What percentage use the house rules and that kind of stuff? Because again, I'm always curious for the viewers. I think I got a pretty good idea of the 40K viewers that we have. Right. The Age of Sigmar folks, not as much because I got a couple that email me, but not as much as the 40K ones.
And I want to give an example of how it would work. It's such an easy change because I get emails about people like, oh, well, what's your rules for it? How do you play it? So you activate a unit, and then it actually changes things up a little bit too. Because say this is a slaughter priest, and I had a unit of like my bloodthirster there. I'm like, do I activate my bloodthirster and he goes off to go fight, or do I want to buff him up first? So I have to activate this guy. So you activate a unit, you do its hero phase. So if this was a slaughter priest, I would do my prayers, and then I would move, I would shoot, I would charge, I would fight with him, and then that would be it for his activation. Same would be true for this guy. You would activate him, he would then move on his own, shoot anything he had, charge, fight, end of activation. And then you guys all do the battle shock phase at the same time like you normally do.
Now, sorry, I didn't catch it at the beginning. Are you advocating the dice in a bag right now?
No, this is the you go, I go chest
This is
style.
just a straight chest style.
No, which is, I'd always recommend that. But if you want to twist on that, you do the unit dice. I don't even know what it's called.
I think bolt action is the one that came up with it. It's where I know it from.
Right, and then Legion's got a twist on both of those.
Legion's got a bidding system. Star Wars Legion's got a bidding
Yeah.
system with initiative cards.
Right, and then they don't get to choose what they activate all the time. Also,
Right.
So
yeah,
they have to
there's
draw
battlefield roll. Yeah.
yeah, they have to
it's-
take their tokens out of the bag too. That's my favorite, by the way. Legion's currently my modern favorite. You go, I go.
I have a lot of
activation
fun
style.
watching it. So I mean, like, shout out to some of the channels doing Star Wars Legion content. I think there's many of them out there, but I'm gonna be super embarrassed if I get his name right. But I believe it is War Corgi doing Legion bat reps, and I have a lot of fun watching them.
Right. So yeah, the back to like the dice activation thing. This is just way off track here. So say, how many units did you have? You had 6?
I had 6.
So Josh would take 6, we'll say whatever, blue color dice, put them in a bag, and then I had 9, 10, I had like 15 or 16 units. I would then take 16 red color dice of the same size. They have to be the exact, so like the chest X dice are the ones where you get like 36 in a bag. You throw them in a opaque bag, so you can't see through it, and then you shake it all up, rattle it all up, and then you leave it on the table somewhere, and then you guys, whatever, you can do whatever you want to determine who goes first. You can do a bidding thing if you're playing with command points and 40k, or just do a straight roll off. And then whoever's going first.
There's your 15 units compared to my 6.
Right, so like Josh has already organized that, so then I say I go first, I go in there,
Well,
whatever.
it's, yeah, whoever pulls from the bag, it doesn't matter.
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter who goes first in this one. There's no roll off. So you kind of shake it all up, you pull out a bag, and like, bam, I activate a unit first. So then I select this guy, I put the die beside him to let everyone know he's activated. He does his hero phase, he moves, he shoots, he charges, he fights, I'm done. And then we reach in the bag again, and we pull out another die. Uh-oh, red.
No, the chances of that were actually a lot lower.
Right.
Because I got 6 dice in the bag.
You got about
He's
half
got
the bag.
14.
Yeah, he's got less than half the amount of dice in the bag that I do. So now Josh says, "Oh, you're done, son." Boom, he activates his big guy. And then in this case, he's engaged. He wouldn't normally activate him. He'd activate something else. But say he did activate him, he could choose to fall back from combat. He'd do his hero phase. He would then shoot, following the normal rules for shooting, and then he would just fight, and then obviously crush him. And that's how it works. Like, you know what, man? I don't know if you're interested in it, but I would like to do one of those on camera. It'd be a different take. I don't know how people are gonna like it because the Age of Sigmar community is kind of hardcore.
If only there was some way that people could leave feedback on. So that's kind of what I was getting at. I'm curious with the audience.
Right.
Because, I mean, like, our resources are limited in how much content we can produce. There's only so many of us and so many hours of the day to play games. So I'm curious. I am currently of the mindset that if we were to try something different like that, like a house rule, like, hey, let's try something different.
Just changing it up.
That the 40k community would be much more accepting to that than the Age of Sigmar community. But I don't know why I think that, so I'm curious.
It's just nice to, if we ever have the time, or if you guys are interested in watching it, I would love to try this out because I've done this with my friends at home. It's every now and then there's like a weird rule that doesn't quite make sense. You just kind of think of something on the fly to resolve it, and it doesn't really change the game all that much as long as both people agree to it.
You do the rule of cool, whatever makes sense, because you're both
100%,
goofing off just to have fun,
And then scoring is still end of player turn like it would normally be. Battle Shock is still the last thing you do before you move on to the next battle round. And that's pretty much it. There's no, like, and then you still roll off to see, if you don't want to do the dice bag system, you just roll off at the beginning of every battle round to see who gets to do it like a double turn. But with the you go, I go activation style, it's just 2 activations in a row. Yeah,
because I see the Battle Shock, if you were to do that, the Battle Shock test moves to the beginning of the unit's activation, and that's the only time they take Battle Shock on that turn.
Right, yeah.
Because that way it's not one of those like, oh, you know, like he went and killed a couple bloodletters, take a Battle Shock. Oh, he killed a couple, take another Battle Shock.
Yeah, no, that'd be.
Yeah, you do the Battle Shock for them.
I did that for one game without thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that's really bad. That's like super bad. Yeah. You don't do you do the Battle Shock. You do the Battle Shock after, like, you only do 1 Battle Shock for a unit ever per battle round. You don't do like multiple ones. You can do that if you really want to, but man, that punishes bigger units super hard, like crazy hard.
I've never, like, it's funny because just talking about it now, I've never wanted to be like, let's make up our own game system. But I'm like, there's some cool mechanics.
Yeah, well, like, especially when you...
And Luke and I play a ton of different games. Like, that's
So you can draw inspiration from all these different games we play, especially in a game with Age of Sigmar where every unit has really cool, unique rules. And it punishes you for overcommitting a single unit. So, say Josh goes, he charges in as one big guy to do a bunch of damage. Well, he's kind of left out there in the open. I might get like all these activations to go from before he's supported even. with the dice pack system. Anyways, that's pretty much end of my rant for that. I don't know if you want to add any more to it. It's just a neat idea. It's just a good idea to change things up for you guys at home.
I like cows.
I don't. But I am pleased with the outcome of this game because I had the chance of winning, and I kind of went in thinking, yikes, I don't think I'm going to win this one with the Blades of Khorne. But that guy performed, I guess, as about as well as
he's terrifying. But that's one of those, like, see, that's a tough thing, because if you made any mistakes and, like, I got the charge off on him, be like, GG, like, you had 100%. No chance.
Yeah.
Not no chance, but very little chance.
If he gets caught, he gets caught. I try my best to, like, make sure he goes in. It's like, yeah, I went in, I wanted to kill all of them off, and I was pretty certain that the Thunder Tusk would not kill him in combat, because I know the Thunder Tusk are real bad. These guys are the scary ones, and then that's why.
So the Thunder Tusk in combat isn't that bad.
Well, he's no Stonehorn.
Okay, well, no, nothing's a Stonehorning this game in combat. So he would have the okay, yeah, maybe it's pretty bad. Mm-hmm. He's got 4 attacks with the Tusks, 3s and 2s, -1 Ren, D3 damage, but that's it.
Yep.
He doesn't use your feet.
Nope. He's real bad, man. The Stonehorns are the way to go. Well, obviously, you came with 5 Stonehorns, you wrecked my face.
Yeah, because I think one of the popular lists is, I've seen people mention 6 Stonehorns.
What a creative list they're running. They probably put a lot of thought into that list.
Man, that's just.
You know what? It probably took days and days and days to playtest that and figure that out. Kudos to them for the hard work they put into that list.
I assume that there's one person at home being like, oh, I got the praise I wanted.
6 Stonehorns, eh? It's kind of like the custodian list back in the day where people just ran 21 jet bikes. I'm like, wow, good job.
Creative, yeah.
Good creative list.
How did you do that?
You crunched the numbers so hard and you thought of the most efficient. Oh, I'll just put all these bikes in there. Nice, yeah. The only difference would be like the weapons the bikes had. Not like it was an end-all be-all list. That's just a list I remember because it was super obnoxious and I hated it.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry anyone who out there who has that. I just don't like that list. Make a combined arms force, guys. Come on. I want to see a combined arms force every time I
had
play.
a combined arms Custodes force.
See, I like your custodian list.
Oh yeah.
See,
I meant the last time I played. Yeah,
I have zero qualms with your list. It's got Terminators, it's got bikes, it's got Custodian Guards, it's got a little bit of everything. That's what I want to see in the list.
Dreadnought, I got a Dreadnought.
You got a Dreadnought in the list too, yep. The only thing you lack is like an APC, but you don't really need that.
Man, I'm going broke buying that stuff.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I just had 6 Forge World Terminators show up today, and I'm like,
yeah, he did.
Oh, my wallet. No.
Yeah, he did. All right, folks, that's pretty much it for this. We've rambled for about the appropriate amount of time. We're going to go ahead and tidy this up. We'll see you guys next time for more Age of Sigmar content. And we look forward to your feedback, obviously. And we're just looking for ways to change it up, you know, because it's always nice to change it up.
We're going to keep people entertained. So
exactly
what people want to watch.
Right. If that's 100% true. If it sounds entertaining and you want to watch it, we'll 100% do it because we're into that. Other than that, though, yeah, more Age of Sigmar to come. Happy wargaming.
Happy wargaming. Vault members, you can click on the link below to see the next game. It's going to be my Beastclaw Raiders Thunderbellies taking on Luca and the Flesh Eater Courts. If you're not a Vault member, go ahead and click on the link below anyways. It'll take you to a 7-day free trial. You get to check out this game, plus everything else we have in the Vault. Everything we do, we tend to do in pairs, so it's twice as much content for you. Thanks for tuning in, keep being awesome, and as always, happy wargaming.